So, my dear Leo, the sun is in Cancer, giving the light to the moon, which is in your sign. And this is your last reading. In the next one, you have your new moon. So what's fascinating here is that Cancer is ruled by the moon, but now the sun is in Cancer, and so there's an oxymoron happening right here. And the same with you. You are ruled by the sun, right? But the moon is in your sign right now. Very fascinating. I love stuff like that, right? I love oxymorons. Slowly fast. The 7th major arcana, the 8th major arcana. Here we have the 7th chakra, right? We have the crown chakra. We have the emotional intelligence that it needs to look for the Holy Grail. And you, the 8th, you are then the Earth star. And the 8 is the infinite symbol, looking into the introverted path. And the interesting part here, of course, is when I look at the card, both of them look to the left, and you think, oh, they look at the past, but it's this introverted, passive, right, feminine path. Now, when I become the card, then when I look down, I see that they are looking to the left. And so here we get the path for you is to constantly see what is your intuition bringing you, so you get the strength to bring it out to the world, right? Because here you are to the right, right? Living and experiencing the energy and giving it then to the world. Calculated together, we get the 15, which is in the Tarot, the Devil, Capricorn. Attachments to certain emotions and feelings, or being cut off, right? Being cut off, not wanting to see the Holy Grail here from Cancer, a water sign. It's kind of like cats don't like water. When we calculate the 15 together, we get the 6. And the 6 is the Lovers, is self-love that you maybe are called to look for, to call for. And so the 6 is left here, right, in this combination. In the 15, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Everything is constantly spinning. And we have the 5 senses. You are the 5th zodiac sign, right? As a Leo, you are this extroverted energy. Sun is ruling you, right? And as such, you're connected with the 5th house of joy and games and happiness and extroverted playfulness. So understand the numbers, understand the pictures. Sometimes the pictures really go deep into our subconscious. Numbers are more logical, right? Because a number never lies. So see what works for you. For Cancer, the yoga pose is Asana. We become, through our body, the emotional success that we live out into the world. And you are the lion's breath, Simhasana. And when you are breathing, then you are connecting to your voice, which is important, that you sometimes roar. It's important that you stick the tongue out. And so this combination today exists only once a year. And of course, with all the other elements or other planets. This moment exists really only once in your life. You are the King of Fire. Is your birthday between July 13 and August 12, then he is your court card. You always have the heart, right? And this aura around you through the sun. You have the wisdom. He slightly looks also over to the left. But when you become him, you see he lives it to the right. If your birthday is before or after, you might be the Queen of Cups, which is connected with Cancer, or the Knight of Pentacles, which is after, and that's Virgo. Important that if you feel like your court card is either the Queen of Cups or the Knight of Pentacles, you can look at the reading before or after for the court card, right? So here we are. You have the heart on the right spot, and I think you need to always listen to your heart, because that's your most important asset, right? That's also your body part. That is what makes your cardiovascular system going, and that's what affects you, the heart, right? And so it's really important that you understand that. Back to the last reading, we had Gemini Sun giving Leo Moon the light. Real power comes when you understand emotional intelligence. And like I said, the emotional intelligence is Cancer, is the 7. You are the star gate, the Earth star, the 8. And your opposite sign is Aquarius. In Aquarius month, you get your full moon. That's where you get the light from, right? And so it's important to evolve and incorporate the energy of Aquarius, which is an air sign. And so sometimes don't take immediately action. Think about what you want to do before you take action, because maybe you don't need to take that action. You just need to think the right thoughts and it will appear. Good, we begin the reading. Just that you see in your deck, the Chariot looks like this. Right here, the Good Tarot is the deck that I gave you, and as such we see here the white and the black horse. Here in Aleister Crowley we see, of course, someone sitting in a meditation position holding the Holy Grail. Good, we begin with the King of Fire, and the 6 of Air is coming. Mercury in Aquarius, and Mercury is the messenger. Mercury in the Tarot is the magician, and Aquarius is your opposite sign. So it's important that you're taking now this boat, this ship, which is up in the air, which is sailing towards love, the 6 of Swords. You're the 5th Zodiac sign, and as such, like I said, you're connected with the 5th house of joy and happiness and playfulness. And the 5 and the 6 we calculate together, we get the 11, and the 11 is the inner teacher. It's a portal, and this portal is helping you to go to the place, to the mental place that you need right now to understand what is it that here the Chariot is wanting to tell you. The Holy Grail that the Chariot is holding, what is it that you want from love? And the answers come by studying your opposite sign, Aquarius, by learning through the magician to have answers. And so there's a 6, and we had here the 6, right? Calculated together the 15, and the 6 is left. So understand that the 6 is here in this combination important, understanding that mentally you want to learn something, and it's an alchemical process that you're going through. Then we look into the High Priestess. The High Priestess is connected with the moon and has no zodiac sign influencing you. And here comes the Ace of Pentacles, the holy money. The Hermetic Tarot is black and white, and she's always in between black and white. She needs to make decisions between dualities and to come to the one. So the 2 and the 1 is the 3, and it's kind of like a triangle that's pointing down because we have 2 here. And it's saying bring the money down, bring the material world down by understanding the way duality works. And so the Ace of Pentacles is bringing you the 3. The 3 is the Empress, is Venus. And Venus is beauty and love and money. So understand the High Priestess. Then we want to see what is the Mother Peace Tarot bringing you, and it's the 6 of Wands, but reverse. So here she's a leader. Here she's on the wheel of fire. And here she is not using her power. 6-6, air and fire. And what's interesting here, we have Jupiter in Leo, Mercury in Aquarius. And so the opposite of Aquarius to Leo is appearing here through the 6-6 portal. See why you're frozen. See why you're not able to see the union here. The 3 and the 6 is the 9, and the 9 is the Hermit, is that inner knowing, is the completion. Then I want to see what is Thoth Tarot bringing Cancer, because Cancer is also connected with the moon. And here we have the 7 of Wands. So you have a 6 and then a 7, which is, when we calculate it together, the 13, and that's a transformation. That's Scorpio, and that's also death. So there's a transformation that is maybe blocking you, but you have the courage to overcome this stuckness here. And the 13 turns into a 4. So the 4 and the 3 is the 7. The 7 is left here, and the 7 is saying, love yourself. Search for love. Search for self-love. Beautiful, right? So you understand that the High Priestess is bringing you this message. Love yourself. Really. Love yourself and take that step. See the portal here. It's important. Then we look at the Strength card, which is you, and the 5 of Pentacles appears. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, and now 5 Pentacles, it's 6 Pentacles. But the 5 of Pentacles, you somehow not sure about your self-worth. And the 6 of Pentacles is Moon in Taurus, is your self-worth is so strong you can give and you know how to take. And so have a look at this personality here. Here are 4 Pentacles, That's when we get barely through. 5 Pentacles, it's like in your 5 senses you feel that you not have that worthiness. A worthiness that is saying, hey, you are the King of Wands. And you can, here, through strength, build something. So what's the explanation? Why the 5 of Pentacles is coming here? Comes the Son of Discs, which is Virgo, the Knight of Pentacles, reverse. Here he aims at the goal. He has an English robin and he has a firefly helping him. And he himself is an elf. And here's the elf. You see that? The elf that is not seeing that something is off. So here's a 6. And of course, if we calculate that together, we get a 6 and a 6. But the 6 and the 5 again is the 11. And the 11 again and again is that portal is letting you know. So here could be the 11th of August as a date, or the 8th of November. Because when there's a portal, I not calculated together, but the 11 and the 8 would be the 19, and the 19 is the Sun. That's you. And then the 10 is left. A new cycle. Something here. You gotta really understand what's going on here. Why is this reverse? And I picked a second card, and you get the 5 of Fire. So these 5 of Pentacles can be counterbalanced by the 5 of Fire, by 5 actions. So now you have 5, 6, and 7 wands. And so 5 and 6 is 11, plus 7 is 18 wands. In your subconscious, you need to know what kind of actions you need to take to step up and to find your calling. Saturn in Leo, right? So Saturn in Leo, Jupiter in Leo, and Mars in Leo. You have all the 3 minor arcanas with Leo. So something is really, really intense, right? Jupiter in Leo is saying, hey, just do it. And Mars in Leo, just take action. And then the 5 here, Saturn in Leo, is sometimes where we test ourselves, right? And altogether we get 18 wands. And 18 is the moon. And the moon is in your sign. And so deep in your subconscious, you're going to learn right now in this 5-5 portal with the 11 here, right? That you got to understand what's going on. How these actions affect you. How important it is that you see that. And so now we look at the moon, and the moon is bringing you the wailing tree. The subconscious, the 18. And the 18, of course, the 10 and the 8. There is always the 8 inside of the moon. And the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. So Jupiter is saying, hey, you have the strength to look deep into your subconscious and see that something here is talking. The wailing tree, the reconciliation, is the 59, and of course the 9 gives itself up. And the 9 is the Hermit. And so the 5 is left, right? When we calculate together, we get the 14, which is then Temperance, which is Sagittarius. And 14 again, calculated together, we get the 5. So the 5 senses, you as the 5th zodiac sign need to see this. There is something deep within you that wants to be healed. And the answers come through learning, through studying. through working with the mind. And as an explanation, we have here the Ankh. And the Ankh is Pluto. And guess what? Pluto is, by the end of November, going to be 20 years in Aquarius. And so if you include Aquarius, you will also have to deal with this calling. You will also have to deal with that there are things in life that are not always easy. And so the Ankh, which is Venus, which is the Empress, is bringing here the light over the world, the rainbow light, and it's facing the left. And deep within you, you see the 20, and the 5 is the 7, right? And the 9 is here giving itself up in this 9, so the 7 here is left. The 7 again is Cancer. Love, 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 love. What else is coming here? The King of Swords. This is Aquarius, so look at him. Can they have a conversation with each other? Can they talk? So I'm just going to place it like this, because he looks over to him, and so your path to include this personality is really important. That's the path to the full moon. And after the next reading, when you had your new moon, you will go towards Aquarius again. So something here with an Aquarius is important to understand and to learn. He's the 11th zodiac sign, so the date here would be the 7th of November or the 11th of July. Beautiful, right? And so the Ankh is facing the solution, which is Aquarius. The solution of here, the ship. He's the master of this ship. He's the master of all the knowledge. Include that knowledge into your life. And then we look at the sun, and the sun brings you here the earth. The 15, and we did have the 15 here. Remember? When we calculated the 7 and the 8 together, we got the 15, and the 15 is here earth, the devil in the tarot, the attachment, and she is looking at this ship, and she has all the fruits and all the food with her. This is your home, your body is your home, and so the Wheel of Fortune and the 5 senses are then bringing you self-love. And this self-love is important because then you also see the 19, which is the sun. And the sun is saying, hey, you need to really understand now that the sun is in Cancer and bringing you a self-worth energy with the 5, right? And with the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter. So the 10 and the 6 is the 16. That's the Tower. That's Mars. And Mars came to you through Mars in Leo, the 7 of Wands. Remember the courage to step up, the courage to do what needs to be done here about the 5 of Earth, which is, by the way, Mercury in Taurus. And so Mercury is the magician, remember? And Taurus is, of course, the financial aspect, the self-worth, because Taurus is all about how worthy am I? And so you need to see that, right? Remember, you also had the 5 of Fire. You have the 5 actions to overcome the lack of self-worth. And so here now we get the Mother Peace Tarot, the Justice coming to the left. And Justice is the number 8 in this deck. And usually the 8 is you. But some decks switched the number. And so Justice is Libra. And so there is here the sign of these three women protecting the tree. One holds a crystal and connects with the earth center. One gives water to the tree, and one is connecting with the deer. And all three are actually touching the tree and protecting nature. And this is what I see here, right? Since it's going to the left, eventually you need to bring that out to the world. And what is coming here through the sun in Cancer? The 5 of Cups. And so you have 3 times the 5. And the 5 of Cups is Mars in Scorpio. And Scorpio is, of course, death. There's a sadness. There's the pentagram facing down. And this sadness is actually also a disappointment, rather. And so the 15, the 6, the 8, and the 6 is the 14. The 14 and the 5 is the 19, the sun. The sun is letting you know you are the sun. The sun is a dwarf star. You are the sun. So shine a light no matter what's happening here, because you have the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. 3 times the 5. There is a 5 inside here too. And 3 times the 5 is you find power in the self-worth, in speaking up and sharing with the world what you know, what you can do. So learn to understand the signs. Learn that you connect. Learn that if you connect here with these women mission, then you can bring it and learn more. And the sadness will somehow disappear. But this sadness is a good sadness, right? Sometimes we need to be sad so we can learn. So the 19 is the 10, and the new cycle will then, in the next reading, come to an end. And this is what you see here in the 6 of Swords. You are understanding this because you're learning more and more about the cycles. You're learning more and more about that there are 6 months introverted and there are 6 months extroverted that affect you. And sometimes when we're sad, it's actually okay to be sad because that's part of the process. That's part of Mars in Scorpio. Scorpio is going deep, deep down and learning what sadness really does with us and not blocking it and not getting stuck in it. And so the 11 is here very beautiful because you got the 11 through here, the King of Air, of Swords, right? Your opposite sign. And here, of course, Mercury in Aquarius. So learn what there is to learn, because after the next reading, we are going back to Aquarius. So the ship is already letting you know Aquarius is on the horizon. And you learning through Aquarius. Aquarius is a fascinating sign, right? So incorporate all of that for your last reading, for going towards you. It's almost like Aquarius is helping you to come deep within you to yourself. So I hope I see you in the next reading. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.